Hello, I am Sophie welcome back to my channel and welcome to a study vlog. Since we're back into the school rhythm now, I thought it was time to start bringing back the real study vlogs. And this one is as real as it gets because in this video, we've got it all. We've got homework, we've got studying for exams, we got reading, we've got writing when I should be studying instead. We've got everything. My main goals for this video were to study for my 2 exams that I had coming up. And then on top of that, I had a book I wanted to finish. I was so close to being done with it. I was like, I just need it to be done. I need to just say the end on this. But I will let me on the day of filming pick it up from here. Hello, party people. I have just finished the first and only of today, but the first 4-hour sprint, 4-hour work session of today. It was technically 3 hours of work because I did 4 15-minute breaks. So that's 60 minutes away from the 4 hours. So it was 3 hours of work, 4 hours of doing the 45 on, 15 off. Just wrapped that up. I was working on 1 homework assignment that entire time, and I'm still not done with it. It's great. This is it. Literally just this page too. Not even the back. It's just this right here, and I have done 9.5 questions out of 13. So we're getting there. But I wanted to just use this first 4 hours to do as much of it as I could. I do still have tomorrow to do it, so I'm not going to worry about it anymore today. We are going to switch to actually studying and not this mess. But I am going to take an hour break to clean, eat, read, etc. Probably just read and clean because I've been eating throughout the entire 4 hours, so I'm not that hungry, but feeling good so far. I was really scared this homework was going to be more difficult than it actually is. Obviously, it's not super easy because it took 3 hours to do 9.5 questions, but I was scared it was going to take longer than that, so we're good. We're going to look at the positives, but it is time to take a break. I'm so excited. Like I said in the voiceover, one of my goals for today is to finish this book, Supernova Era. I am on the final chapter plus an epilogue, so there's 2 more chapters, and I think maybe 50 pages left in this. I'm not reading it just by myself, like reading it. I'm listening to the audiobook and sort of like skimming this, so it's going a lot faster than it would if I was just reading it myself. So first order of business, finish this. I'm gonna go lay on my bed, relax, finish this book, and then we will do a little bit of cleaning because my apartment is a disaster right now, and then hopefully in an hour I will be all done with all of that and we can get back to work because I need to get back to work. Also, I'm sorry I look crazy right now. The hair is up, so the hair looks a little weird, just straight on, but trust me, it's all back there. But we'll be fixing this later today. Also, sorry for the lighting. The sun has started setting past the roof of my building, so now it looks like this. Hopefully in an hour it'll be set enough where it's not cutting weird shadows across my face. But anyways, let's do this. Let's chill. Yes.
Chapter 10. Genesis. A new president Highball and then burst out laughing. Now joke around. Anything doesn't even know how to count. Rachel. Dennis vigorously smacked the table and then held her hand to her mouth to soothe the pain. Selected in a fair election. David snapped Dennis's direction. When we were all raised together in Antarctica to represent the big flat states. At this critical juncture, to put the American children into the hands of this.
Okay, we're back. It is 5:08. I will be starting at 5:15, so we're gonna make this quick. But I finished the book. This one, I feel like was really weird. I mean, the premise in itself is already crazy. It's about a supernova happening close enough to Earth to where it affects Earth. And the way it affects Earth is by killing everyone above the age of 13 with radiation. So Earth is left without any adults, without any older teenagers. The oldest people on Earth are 13. So the world is now being run by a bunch of 13-year-olds. Frankly, I would not trust 13-year-old me to do anything by myself. So this was terrifying. But it's a sort of speculative fiction on like, if there were no adults, how would kids run the world? So it was very stressful. because kids are stressful. But also it kind of ended rather abruptly. There's like this big thing this big policy that the world leaders, the 13-year-old or 14-year-old maybe by the time it happens, world leaders make in the final chapter. And then in the final chapter, we see the beginning of that, and we see things starting to change. And then it goes to the epilogue. And the epilogue is 30 years later, told through the perspective of the historian character that wrote this book. And a lot happens in between then. Not literally, like, I mean, a lot of time passes between then, but a lot, like, technologically and, like, developmentally happens in the society of this world during that time. And it's, like, not explained whatsoever. So I kind of wish it was explained, but otherwise, this is one of my favorite authors, so I can't complain. It's gonna be a banger. There is one more book I need to get of his. I can't remember what it's called, but I need to go find it because now I'm out of Chishin Liu books to read. Kind of need another one. But anyways, break time is almost up. I'm running out of space on my camera, so I'm gonna wrap this up here. We're gonna get back to work. When I see you guys again, it will be dark out. Yay! Hello, it is 8:15 in the evening. My hair is set. Oh my god, I forgot to do that. One moment. I forgot a step in my hair routine. Hopefully I saved it. We'll see. But anyways, it's 8:15. I am clean. My hair is redone so it doesn't look gross anymore like it did for all of this vlog so far. I'm about to go to Dutch Bros to get coffee to keep this night going, I guess, and then I will be back in full force to keep doing work. During the last couple 45-minute sprints, I was working on this little project thing I have to do for my ASL class. We do this thing where every Thursday we do group study sessions, and the people in the group, it rotates who is in charge of the study session, and this week I'm in charge of the study session. So I was trying to put together a slideshow to sort of guide us through the session. So I finished that. That's nice. Hopefully it'll fill the whole time. If not, I'm cooked. But I do need to do a little review for that so I know what I'm talking about. I also did some notes for my quantum mechanics class, which were very short because I was pretty much done with them already. I just had a few more pages to fill. So when I get back, we will do ASL practice and then probably do some chores, do some cleaning maybe, because I wasn't able to do that during my hour-long break earlier. And I also want to do a little bit of writing today. It's technically not writing. I'm at this moment typing up everything I've handwritten for Project What so I can finish the last few scenes before the midpoint. Because if you do not know, I am writing up to the midpoint and I will be printing that out to give a reread because it is, one, ginormous so far. In the stuff that I've already typed up, I've already hit 100K in the draft, so we're not even at the midpoint yet and we're already at 100,000 words. That's not gonna slide. And also I want to make sure the narrative is still intact. As I've written these scenes that are closer and closer to the midpoint, I feel like it's starting to show some fraying in the narrative and what we know, and it's sort of throwing too much stuff into the air. So I wanna, one, see if that's true, or if that's just like what I feel because I'm in the moment writing it. And if it is a problem, how I can fix it. That's another goal. And then third is to get this world building in check. I'm really scared in different scenes I'm rehashing the same lore, and it's like, the reader knows that already. They don't need to be told twice. Also, in a couple scenes that I've written recently, I've come up with a lot more details that I do like. I really like the details I've come up with, but they're not consistent with the other scenes that talk about the same topics, or at least like it wouldn't make sense to just drop all this information here when we could have known about this earlier. So understanding what I know about the world, what the readers need to know about the world, and where I could put that information in the book, that is a must. But anyways, tangent aside, I'm gonna go get coffee. We're gonna come back. I'm probably gonna start with chores because my dishes are screaming at me. Can you hear them? And then we'll either switch to writing or to notes. Notes as in studying for an exam that I have next week. We'll see. We'll see. But coffee first. Coffee first. Alright. Caffeine acquired. I'm gonna chug a little bit of this and we're gonna get to doing the dishes because I really need to do the dishes. Strong. Let's do this. Today is the last day I will be filming for this video because tomorrow are my two exams. Or two exams. I have two exams tomorrow and then next week I have two more exams. But we're not gonna worry about those right now, we're gonna worry about these two. One of them, super easy. It's an astronomy course. Right now, the first few units that we're working on are things that I've known since like high school. So I'm just gonna do like a little refresher on that, make sure I know what I'm talking about, make sure I know what I'm doing before I get into there. The second one is my physics math course, which I do need to work on. We're gonna go to a coffee shop first. We're gonna probably stay there till like 4 or 5. Then we're gonna go find something to eat. We're gonna take that to the library and I'm gonna spend the rest of the day there. So there won't be a lot of this happening because I'm socially awkward, I guess. But I will be filming. Maybe I'll do a voiceover or something like that. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna crush it. I need to basically teach myself how to do all the math that we've learned in this physics course quickly. Because there's only 7 questions on the exam that we're about to take. But we have done 7 questions, or tried to do 7 questions in the same time frame that we are getting for this exam, and I was not able to finish all 7 questions. So really got to get that math down so I can look at a question and not wonder, oh, what am I supposed to do here? I can just start, because I think that's the biggest thing. Anyways, I'm gonna pack up, we're gonna go to the coffee shop, we're gonna get started. That's pretty much my priority today, besides my astronomy exam, but that's not really priority. I think I'll be fine even if I don't study for that. We're gonna learn how to do math quickly. I'm scared because I cannot do this math quickly, but we're gonna figure it out. back in my apartment. I did not end up going to the library today because I was starving and I didn't feel like waiting for food, so I came home to eat. But we're back, did some chores, which was nice. It's now 7:30, night is still young, we're doing good, and it is time to get back to doing some practice questions. The exam, the math exam that I am studying for is on 2 chapters. I did all of the practice questions I had in like packets for 1 chapter so far, and I started the 2nd chapter right before I left the coffee shop I was at. That's what's here, and then this and this are the practice questions from the 1st chapter, plus all the notes that I finished while I was there. So that's fun. Love that. Really, the only thing that I need to do right now, and what I have been doing, is working through questions and making sure I know every step for each type of equation, so I'm not sitting there wondering what I'm doing, because frankly I'm not gonna have time to do that. I need to know what's up, need to know what's going on. I'm going to finish these practice questions that I have in these packets, and then we're going to move on to probably like homework questions or something like that, just so I can get some more practice and make sure I have all this like random hidden knowledge that we just need to have, because we're not getting a cheat sheet on this. There's no cheat sheet. I think our professor's giving us an equation sheet, maybe? Though technically for what we're doing, there's no real like set equations or set formulas, because we're not doing, well, we're doing a couple, but we're not doing a bunch of physics questions. We're doing mostly just pure math questions. Anyways, back to practice questions. I'm just gonna do these until I feel confident in the math, which will I don't know. Also, I have yet to study for astronomy, but I don't think I'm going to. That class, especially in comparison to this, but also just in general, is miles easier than this, so I really don't need to study for it. I would have loved to though. That's fine. That's fine. Let's crunch some numbers. Hello, editing me here because this video ended without an outro, so I'm here to do the outro. So that clip is the last day before my 2 exams on the same day, and I'm proud to say that I did very good on both exams, not gonna lie. The astronomy one, I did not study for because I did not leave myself enough time to, but I did just fine on that because, like I said in the video, it was about stuff that I'm very familiar with already, so it wasn't stuff that I had to study. It was like just already in my memory, in my knowledge. So that was good, that was fine. And then here, I did in fact crunch some numbers. I did quite a few practice questions, and they really helped. They actually saved me. The only question I didn't get right on the exam that I was studying in here was the one that I did not do a practice question on. Everything else was light work because I was like, oh, I literally just did this. And then the last question on the exam was one that I didn't have a practice question for, so I didn't do it, and that was the one that I got wrong. So do your practice questions. Find every possible question you can. Do them. It's helpful. But that is it for this vlog. Fairly long, which I was not expecting when I started editing the video. I was like, I did not know I filmed this much for this. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Let me know if you guys like the study vlogs. I will have some writing vlogs out in the future from this one, of course. I just have not been doing a ton of writing compared to schoolwork, simply because that's how it works. That's life, whatever. So I might have a few more study vlogs out in the future, alongside the writing vlogs. So let me know if you guys are interested. If not, we'll just stick to writing videos, writing vlogs. They'll just be a little less frequent than usual. But let me know how school's going for you, how your classes are going, how exams are going. If you have exams already, I don't know. Let me know how your writing's going. Let me know how life is. Let me know anything and everything in the comments. And I hope to see you in the next one. Peace. Wow.